Yeah! We're getting up out of here, leaving the slave ship. Yeah! Finally. Woo wee! God damn. Yeah, we got a couple things to talk about here. You know, well, first of all, I'm gonna cover the bullshit, the fuckery that I've been hearing about, right? Had talked about, because I wouldn't have known if it wasn't for Reggie Owens. You know, I wouldn't have known. And it seems like folks is going after Bruce. They say that outlaw pugilist is running from stuff, and folks need to stop trying to put batteries in people's backs and going out there in people's comments sections while they go live and in their videos start shit. That's what folks need to stop. That's what folks need to stop doing. Stop starting shit and going to people's comment sections and trying to get people to go after people. You know what I'm saying? All this ooh I'm telling and all this shit. Nobody give a fuck. And nobody, just like nobody gives a fuck who Benedict Arnold is. Nobody give a fuck who that old ass snitching ass motherfucker is. Nobody give a fuck about that shit. It ain't got nothing to do. Benedict Arnold ain't got nothing to do with what's going on. What's going on with the situation? They ain't even the same thing. Some people never claim to be something that they. Some people they get on here. Only thing they want to talk about boxing and this and the third. And some people, you know what? They might not like the way certain people talk on a platform when it comes to boxing. And that's the reason why some people might think that certain people don't know nothing about boxing. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? Be mad because if anybody, people have admitted that to me, and guess what I did? I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? If somebody says that about me, you know what I'm saying? I come on here to my motherfucking 3 cent, and that's exactly what it is. If you don't like it, that is what it is. But some of the stuff that people talk about makes people believe that people don't know nothing about boxing. You know what I'm saying? I.e., all the cheating, the blackity black stuff, the conspiracy theories, and all that stuff. That's what equates people in people's mind to say that when they hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I get caught in it, but a lot of the times I don't even bring it up. I see it. I didn't make videos about how all of a sudden Fury's gloves looked cool. You know what I'm saying? I didn't make videos on how his gloves still look suspicious. I didn't make videos on that. I think it and I keep it fucking moving. You know what I'm saying? I don't be trying to talk about shit that I know that people that is stupid, that ain't got nothing to do with nothing because people want to hear it. Because people want to hear me talk about things that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You get fighters on your channels and then you're going through conspiracy fucking theories. Now, that's what I got to say about that. Folks over here going on people's channels and then going back telling people. Going over there hyping up fucking arguments, rounding one dude up, talking about something. You got to come see Drew. You got to go do this and do this. You running scared and then go tell him. Come on, man, stop it. At some point, folks got to start thinking like this. I say things on the internet, even to this day, be like, God damn, that was stupid. But what I do is I try not to do the same shit again. You know what I'm saying? So, and now on this shit with Boosie and Rod Wade, whatever his name is, I don't listen to him. So I'm not going to pretend I listen to him, right? So a lot of people out there, see, this is the thing, man. Reading is fundamental. Almost everything that has to do with music ownership and all that shit, anybody could go out there and see who owns what. Are you following me? Anybody can, right? But you got some of these idiots on the internet that don't want to fucking go and look at it. They just want to go with how they feel and their assumptions. So case in point, who owns the publishing to a certain song? Anybody can go out there and Google that. Anybody can go out there and Google that. Maybe Rod Wade, whatever his name is, maybe he got the okay from somebody else to say that you have the rights to use it and we giving you to it, you pay us, right? That could be true, right? But when I go and look it up, the song Long Journey or something like that, the song in question, right? It says the publishers own it. Badass Entertainment, something like that, LLC. I believe that's what it says. Trill and damn, I just had it in the corner of my head. Savage Music. And all of those are in the same motherfucker. All of those have the same motherfucking address, right? And then what people want to bring up, well, on the interview, Boosie said he don't own all of his old music and this and the third. Okay, so when he said his old music, where are we gonna start at? Are we gonna start in 2000 or are we gonna start at 2010? Which ones do we don't own and which ones he didn't buy back? So what are the facts in that matter? Because it looks like he owns a percentage of the publishing. Because I showed motherfuckers, and motherfuckers are just like, they don't give a fuck. They want to go off what he said in the interview, but you don't know what is the time frame, right? What is the time frame, right? So you mean to tell me somebody's gonna get with their fucking lawyer, right, and sue somebody over something they don't own? What is the likelihood of that? Somebody getting a lawyer and suing somebody over music they don't own. Huh? Where does that make sense? Now, there's the different ways he should have went about it, in my humble opinion. Or maybe the dude is just fed up with motherfuckers just taking advantage of him. You know, maybe he fed up people just taking advantage of, or maybe he was just talking about, you know, when it comes to business, sometimes it's best to just do business not on Front Street, right? That's what I would think. You know, but to blatantly use somebody's lyrics in your song, I don't know what to think about that. And then don't pay the guy or even remotely ask. I don't know what to say about that. Now, we're going to go into sports entertainment, boxing to be particular. And we're going to talk about Alycia Baumgardner. My bad if I spelled her name wrong or I pronounced her name wrong. It's a very unique name. And it stands for show a very unique, good-looking young lady. And So when you look at the thumbnail on this video, you got two people talking about her adverse analytical finding, right? Now, I don't know what these guys are trying to insinuate or whatever the case may be, because the guy is like, well, if I'm wrong, I know if I'm right, she felt the test in July. That's known she felt the test in July. It's known she felt the test in July. They got multiple news articles that says that she felt the test in July. And then the guy says, oh, well, hair follicles only last 90 days from what I've read. Well, if you would have read anything on hair follicle tests when it comes to steroids, there are caveats. And the caveats are, how long is the hair? Right? So they're saying 90 days, 3 months is the first 3 inches. Huh. And so they say steroids can stay in your hair for 9 months. She tested either 2 and some change or 3 and some change months later. Right? So what does that tell you? That tells you that she was in the window for the testing procedures. My whole thing is like, if you look at all my fucking videos, I have given everybody the benefit of the doubt besides one person when it comes to adverse analytical findings. And that one person was, I gave him the benefit. Well, I'll give everybody the benefit of the doubt instead of Tyson Fury, because no way in hell you blaming it on wild boar nuts. No way. I'm gonna let that slide. No way I'm gonna let it slide that you eating pork, dick, and beans. No way in hell. No. I wasn't born yesterday. I'm not the brightest dude on earth, but damn for sure I ain't the fucking stupidest. I gave Big Baby Miller the benefit of doubt. I gave Billy Joe Sanders the benefit of doubt. I gave Conor Ben the benefit of doubt. I gave Dillian White the benefit of doubt the first time. I gave everybody the benefit of the doubt, because I always said I don't want to condemn nobody for pissing out on a piss test when they didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to condemn somebody for a piss test like that, man. I don't. Because people, they spend a lot of money doing this shit. Not only do they spend a lot of money, a lot of people have put in a lot of work doing this shit. And the way they be doing these piss tests when they should be doing blood and hair is off the chain. It's off the chain. And so I don't know if she did it or not, but when Tate Jones asked people, does it make sense to take these 2 drugs? I told him no, because I already looked it up. The 2 drugs that she had in her system, they don't do shit. You would have to take that fucking shit, whatever is a melstradone, whatever, you would have to take that shit for fucking 2 months. Well, sorry, 3 to 4 weeks. 3 to 4 weeks to build up, for a build up, and you would have to take between 120 and 150 milligrams in those 3 weeks a day, or sometimes 2 days, 2 times a day. Well, sorry, 150 milligrams, 120, 150 milligrams, but you have to take that in 1 day, 2 doses to get results. And guess who I looked it up at? I looked it up online by actual fucking findings from fucking doctors in the field. And then I listened to a video by by people who specialize in telling people in steroids. So I didn't just go look this shit up all by myself. So like I said, whether or not she did it or didn't do it, I'm not contesting that. What I'm contesting is that, no, I'm not contesting anything. I'm just bringing light. I'm just bringing light to that at the end of the day, we have facts. We have facts, then we have opinions, and we have feelings. So with all the facts that's laced up on a board, that's how you come to a conclusion. You know what I'm saying? Now, Conner Ben, I told everybody it wasn't the eggs, and I told everybody it had nothing to do. When you read all the statements, one thing Conner Ben kept telling folks was that the chain of custody. Nobody listened to that shit and what he was writing and what he was writing. But I tell you one thing about these statements that people has been putting out when they pop. Nobody fucking gives a fuck about all that. I think they closed. No, they open because I'm hungry. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck about all that long ass, drowned out ass fucking talking. Oop. I gotta repark this a little bit better. I gotta get something to eat. Nobody gives a fuck about all that fluff they put in there. You gotta read through it and stuff like that. People just want people to get to the fucking point. What are you trying to say? Those statements and stuff like that, they cool and dandy and all, but people really want to see why. They want to hear why and how was you vindicated. Nobody cares about all that. Oh, this, then, the third, and thank you, and nobody cares about all that stuff, man. They're eating fucking potatoes, you know? And I don't think a lot of people are satisfied with Alycia Baumgardner's answer, just as well as people ain't satisfied with Billy Joe's answer. But what sets Billy Joe Sanders apart was he said he was going to show everything, and he never did. And he never did. And then look how long he took to give up all that information to the triple BOC. You know, he go, you know how they do. This person ain't got nothing to do with it. That person ain't got nothing to do with it. You signed up with the triple BOC, so I'm pretty sure they want to know, why did you piss hot? Just like the WBC would want to know, why did you piss hot? But the WBC, they quick. They quick to believe another organization. They quick. They quick, fast, in a hurry, and it's unbelievable. You know, they quick. You know, they let Dillian White, they let everybody slide. They be letting everybody slide and then just like the WBC, just like the triple BOC, just like the WBOC, you don't hear these fighters do owe a bona fide explanation to the fight fans. And I'm going to tell you why they owe an explanation to fight fans. Because if it wasn't for fight fans, if it wasn't for fight fans, you wouldn't be getting paid all that money. Right? Now, all the people who pay for the tickets, all the people who pay for flights, hotels, and the people that's out there betting on these fights. There's a lot of shit that goes around boxing to where a lot of people eat. You know what I'm saying? And then you get up in the ring and they say that you have an unfair advantage against your opponent. So you know what I'm saying? Then it's like the fight fans, they got robbed. because obviously it wasn't a fair fight. So now they got robbed. You know, just like with the ref situation. You know, just like with the early stoppages, just like with the legal activity that happens in and outside the ring. You know, leading up to the fight and all that shit. The fight fans, we don't get no bona fide fucking explanation from none of these cats. All we get is you don't need to know. And at the end of the day, we're gonna do what the fuck we want to do because we know y'all dumbasses gonna show up the next day anyways. So it ain't gonna stop nothing. So crazy, ain't it? But anyways, that's my 3 cents, and I'm out.